I'm only starting with an evil laugh. Anyway. Welcome to High Class Geek News, where every week we don't report the news, we just tell you what we think about it. How's everybody doing today?
Cold!
I am, of course, Evan Ransom, your regular Dark Knight. Today, playing Mr. Freeze is John Little.
Whoa, 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 hang on a minute. Dark Knight. Really?
Playing the 60s Batman.
Yeah, you don't even... No. Just fucking no.
Either way, you're Mr. Freeze right now, Mr.
If we're doing 60s Batman, I am at least either the Eggman or King Tut.
Not while you're freezing, you're not. When your testicles get out of that little spot in your tank they shriveled themselves into, then you can stop being Mr. Freeze. Until then, get used to your ice suit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. These are my testicles we're talking about here. My testicles are the equivalent of the Bishi's cock. They can be seen from space. There ain't no sneaking into my taint.
Sneaking into my taint.
Wow.
And of course, the usual mixing with the henchmen over there, who are Pixie and Jay.
Hello.
Hi.
Pardon their zombiness. They seem to be a little obsessed with Minecraft right now. During the broadcast.
I blame her completely.
My fault, apparently.
We already have to talk about another obsessive game later, and ironically enough, well, that technically it's not irony, but strangely enough, it's not even in the video game category, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Until then, tonight's episode, The Poster He Deserves. Oh, we're being joined by a rabbit. That's not why tonight's episode has that title.
Run, rabbit, run!
Why should I run?
Rabbit, you got to be the penguin. Alright, going back to what I was saying earlier, tonight's episode, the poster that he deserves. Why are we calling it that tonight? Because our main story is that a special artist who has a special place in all our hearts came out of retirement to do a special poster called Bat Kid Begins. An artist decided to depict the young child whose wish for the Make-A-Wish Foundation was to be Batman for a day, and that artist is named Drew Struzan.
Huzzah!
Yes, Drew Struzan. I don't care who you are. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the man's work. If you've seen the poster for anything involving Star Wars, Indiana Jones, hell, God knows only how many others. John, give me a better list.
Oh, God, let's see. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Goonies, what else from the 80s? I believe he did the poster for Tron as well.
Did he do the baby, Misadventures in Babysitting?
I think he did Adventures.
No, he didn't do Adventures in Babysitting. That was actually done by Boris Vallejo.
Oh, okay.
UHF. He actually did the poster for UHF.
Nice.
You shut your mouth, Pixie. That is a bastion of American cinema.
You're so stupid!
Ooh, look, a Twinkie Wiener sandwich. Mm.
You know, back when we had a subset of Jinx's Cineplex 13 here called Cineplex UHF, that was actually the first movie they showed, and yes, they did serve Twinkie Wiener sandwiches.
Did someone drink from the fire hose?
Sadly, no.
Then it doesn't count.
In the back room of a
He
game.
doesn't count. Nice fit.
Wow, that's a combination of words I never expected to say. There's only so much you can do in the back room of a gay nightclub. But strangely enough, it's not the reference to a gay nightclub that makes that weird to me. It's the fact that I actually said there's only so much you can do back there. As if there's a limit.
As if you found the limit.
Yeah, well, here in Raleigh, North Carolina, anyway, gay nightclub is kind of redundant because really any nightclub now is a gay nightclub. It's not like it was back when you got me to start going to bunches.
Somebody got a notification.
Ooh. Not me.
There was a buzz. I wonder who it was.
Okay, Jay, Pixie, what have you guys been making with the Minecraft world?
All sorts of
All
stuff.
sorts of stuff.
Not the best date ever.
You know they have cute Muppet sex toys now.
Yeah.
Let's move on to movie news. Coming out in theaters this week, Black Hat, the incredibly stupid-looking hacker movie starring Thor.
And, I believe Black Hat is a hacker movie the same way I believed Swordfish as a hacker movie.
Oh my god, it's so, wow. No, I'm sorry, I think any movie made by mainstream Hollywood that in any way, shape, or form involves the word hacker should just immediately be put into the comedy section.
Actually, it's funny.
How seriously they take themselves.
Rabbit had a really good idea for a hackers movie. It really just involved 4 guys sitting in a room, compiling data, and then literally the rest of the movie was them waiting for it to finish compiling and then having to rewrite their script.
That's how most movies are made in Hollywood. Spare Parts, which sadly is not a film adaptation of arguably the greatest audio drama Doctor Who story ever done. And The Wedding Ringer, which has no connection to The Wedding Singer. It's basically Kevin Hart playing a professional best man.
That's a thing now? I'm in the wrong career, man.
Yeah. God, I would love to see you in a series of different weddings where you're the best man. Coming out on home video. Okay, the first 2 are 2 of the best movies of 2014, hands down. Gone Girl and A Walk Among Tombstones. Chances are you've already seen the first one and you haven't seen the second. Watch A Walk Among Tombstones, please. I want a sequel. That movie is amazing. The Identical, don't ask. Men, Women, and Children, which I hope isn't a porno. The Two Faces of January,
which I hope isn't a porno.
Which is funny because John was raised in February, but hey, my birthday's coming up. Jezebel, don't know what it's about. Love is Strange, understatement. Revenge of the Green Dragon, which I'm sure sounds like when you're hungover after drinking a certain drink.
Actually, I hope that's a porno.
And I wish this was a porno because it would almost make up for it. This is a combination of words I never expected to say under any circumstances ever. But here we go. The Scorpion King 4 Quest of Power.
Yeah, we saw that the other day, and I was like, oh, really?
Man, either The Rock's desperate for work or Brendan Fraser's desperate for work.
Neither of them are in it.
Neither of them.
Neither of them are even in it.
Yeah, The Rock hasn't been in a Scorpion King movie since the first one.
Yeah.
God, this makes me think who needs to keep doing more work. Billy Zane isn't doing enough anymore. We need more Billy Zane.
Is he still blacklisted?
I don't know.
Well, anyway. Moving on to news. Movie news. We got a big one when it comes to casting news. It pretty much guarantees a certain geek-themed movie is definitely coming out in the near future. Scarlett Johansson has signed on to play the lead in Ghost in the Shell.
I'm not sure how I feel about this just because I remember Charlize Theron in Aeon Flux, and it's one of those things that I love. I love the original anime movie so much that if they fuck it up, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm pretty sure Charlize Theron only did Aeon Flux so that somebody doesn't release the sex tape she made before she was famous.
I thought that was a sex tape.
No, I mean, I remember I watched it with Jacob, and we both came out of that saying, wow, she seriously owed someone a favor.
It's an Affleck. She's pulling an Affleck.
She gets paid $15 an hour to be in a Kevin Smith flick?
It's Reindeer Games all over again.
Wait, did Kevin Smith produce Reindeer Games?
No, but they made mention of it in Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. Then you do that film because your friend says you owe him. Stare at the camera.
No, that was them talking. That was how he was referencing his own movie, though. Hold on, do you still need this plugged in?
Yeah.
Okay. Yahoo! I searched the plug.
Well, somebody's getting Skype messages because I can hear it.
That's
Yep.
me.
Not me.
Somebody's vacuuming.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn it, Pixie. Stay professional, like us. Fuck balls.
Kitty sprinkles.
Okay,
Kitty
fine.
sprinkles.
It is sprinkled.
My name is Wilford Brimley, and I have diabetes. And every morning I get up and make myself a piping hot bowl of Quaker Oats. And then I take my diabetic flaccid penis and proceed to fuck those Quaker Oats with a fervor and a vigor that I haven't had since I made cocoon.
Speaking of things that are guaranteed to kill your boner, Batman vs. Superman continues to find ways to utterly annoy and disappoint us before it's even released.
Yep.
First of all, it looks like we might be getting a trailer preceding the movie Jupiter Ascending, which involves another group, which involves Wachowskis, something else that has a tendency to annoy us before the movies are released. And it looks like a picture has been leaked out revealing that maybe, just maybe, Batman vs. Superman will be 2 movies instead of 1.
Yeah.
You scared me there for a minute. I thought they were bringing back the Bat credit card.
There's some things even Warner Brothers isn't dumb enough to do twice.
A Bat credit card!
I wouldn't mind watching that spin-off just to see how they do it. It turns out Dawn of Justice will only be part 2. Part 1 will be called Enter the Night because no one in Warner Brothers knows how to give a proper title or subtitle to a movie anymore. Dear God.
Moving on. I'm going to cry. Moving on.
Speaking of things we are looking forward to, we have some news involving the Avengers. Jeremy Renner had revealed publicly that he is back in the Hawkeye costume, but says he can't tell us why. Let the speculation begin.
He's doing the Hawkeye project. Oh my God!
I would love to see that happen.
For those of you who don't know what the Hawkeye project is,
Keep watching. You should have watched our show in the beginning.
it was a series of artists who took the very sexual poses of some of the female characters in comic books and then substitute them with Hawkeye as Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. It is absolutely hilarious.
Unfortunately, I can't approve of it. I saw some of the pictures, and to me it's the kind of project that works if the artwork is in a way taking itself seriously, because that's when it shows how ridiculous the sexualization of women is in comics. Instead, it doesn't. It has the stupid, annoying wink to it, and it basically breaks the rule of satire.
I'll enjoy the humor while it is. Moving on.
I can't in this case. But anyway, let the speculation begin. Why do we think Hawkeye, a real reason, why do we think Jeremy Renner is back in the Hawkeye costume? Is it a short? Is it for reshoots for Avengers, which makes no sense because that doesn't explain why he can't talk about it? Could it be maybe that he's in Captain America Civil War?
Or it's an American Express commercial.
Or they're doing West Coast Avengers.
Or maybe his wife is really into cosplay.
All of which are acceptable answers.
I don't know. Pixie, if Jay was a professional actor hired to play Hawkeye in the Avengers movie, would you demand that he bring the costume home at least once?
He wouldn't take. Yeah, he wouldn't take that role.
Now, you know as well as I do, Evan, if that was the case, he'd have a second costume made that was comic book authentic, including the big purple, owl thing. And that's what he'd be coming home in. Hey, baby, Hawkeye's here.
I don't know where that mask design came from, or why Marvel keeps using it, but God bless them.
It worked with Wolverine, and that's why Marvel started it.
I think Hawkeye had it before Wolverine, and the Wolverine one was an accident.
Oh, well. Moving on.
Moving on, we have a release date for Gambit, starring Channing Tatum, that piece of man meat, which will be October 7th, 2016. Which I love how he revealed it. He went up on Twitter on his account and said, "How do you say October 7th, 2016 in Cajun?" It's too coherent. There's no way that's a real Cajun accent.
You can do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Okay, please, somebody, just for shits and giggles, have Adam Sandler don the Waterboy outfit one more time to do a trailer for Gambit.
Just once.
No. I don't want Adam Sandler involved in movies in any way, shape, or form ever again.
He's an American treasure.
He was an American treasure. Now he's a chest full of shit that his friends get to hang out with and make money. Anyway, Star Wars news.
Yes.
Turns out, even though principal photography is all wrapped up, it has been announced that J.J. Abrams has added 3 more cast members, and they're going to be doing some shoots for them. Interestingly enough, these are people you probably are not very likely to have heard of. I'm probably also going to butcher these names, so apologies ahead of time. Ika Uwais, Yayan Ruhian, and Sasef Arif Rahman, who you may recognize from either The Raid, Redemption, or The Raid 2.
Got me.
It's an action scene.
Got me.
Yeah, what was that movie again?
Which one?
Well, the ones that they were in.
One of the actors at least was in The Raid, Redemption, and The Raid 2. The Indo-Chinese film that came out the same year as Dread had the first one anyway had the same plot. To such an extent that people thought Dread was a ripoff of that movie when really it was actually the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, speaking of release dates in 2016, we're getting a film adaptation of the Broadway musical Wicked.
Speaking of Broadway adaptations, I discovered something in the last few weeks that I'm very excited about.
What's coming out?
Actually, no. They're starting it in London. Shaun of the Dead is getting a Broadway adaptation, including lots of audience participation, encouragement to cosplay.
Like they can stop that.
It's going to be our generation's Rocky Horror.
I'm so down for
But
this.
Rocky Horror is our generation's Rocky Horror, as it was.
No.
Rocky Horror. No, Rocky Horror transcends generational lines.
Okay. Did my time in the cast? No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't times infinity. Bam!
Okay, so I still win. Rocky Horror was an amazing movie. It still is an amazing movie, and it will forever be its own thing. There will be nothing that can ever replace it. Not even
Bingo.
this.
Nope.
Well said, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I love Shaun of the Dead, and I love Rocky Horror Picture Show, but each one of those movies are on a complete different level for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, as somebody who did my time in Rocky, we lost Evan for a minute, guys. He froze.
Aw. I guess we can survive.
Okay, we've got him back.
I have no idea what just happened.
The technical difficulty gremlins got you this week.
Yeah, it's usually not a good thing, because usually that means the whole show is screwed.
Nah, we were still live while you were gone.
So was I! I was like, wait, why'd you all froze? Then you're like, oh, no, Evan, you're the frozen one. And I'm like, damn it, tonight's episode brought to you by Rod Serling. Anyway, I'm glad I'm back.
Well, that makes one of us.
All right, moving on to television now. Our home video releases this week: Boardwalk Empire, the complete fifth season of The Bridge, season 2. John, try not to get too excited at this one. The complete series of The Facts of Life.
Yeah, no, unless it's a complete series of Pete and Pete, I don't fucking care anymore.
Agreed.
Gargoyle Season 2, Volume 2.
If you haven't been towards it already.
Goof Troop, Volume 2. Tailspin, Volume 3.
Ooh.
And this one, John, you might actually be excited about. The Tom and Jerry Show, Season 1, Part 2, Funny Side Up.
As long as it's the original Tom and Jerry and not the...
Wait. Why would you think I'd be excited about Tom and Jerry and not Tailspin?
Yeah, Tailspin, that's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
I mean, who as a kid Pelican airplanes so that they could go fly island to island and smuggle shit? Rescue Rangers? Anybody?
I mean, no, Rescue Rangers, that was okay, but, I'm sorry. Tailspin, that was taking Han Solo and making it a cartoon. That was Disney owning Star Wars before they owned Star Wars.
Lex Luthor being played by a tiger.
Yes.
And it was awesome.
And if you think about it, the kid was basically R2.
Yeah.
I have no idea who said let's take the Jungle Book and make this weird sort of like 1930s serial series out of it, but thank God for that person.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
We got 2 announcements involving Game of Thrones people.
Hmm.
First, they're going to take the last 2 episodes of the most recently aired season and release them on IMAX for an entire week from January 23rd to 29th of this year.
Oh boy, I get to see floppy penises in IMAX?
And lots of rape, because at some point in time, they decided to punish us with the nudity instead of
I
just...
get to watch Tyrion Lannister kill a man on the toilet in HD!
Yeah.
Hey. Hold on 1 second. No more spoilers. I'm just coming to the end of the 2nd season.
Oh, man.
I read the book. I'm well ahead of the damn series.
I still need to finish the 5th book. I'll probably do that before the new season starts. Hopefully, maybe.
Moving on.
4 and 5 are not as good as books 1 through 3. I'm sorry. The season proper itself will be starting April 12th. We got a date. That is also known as the Sunday where any viewership we have definitely disappears.
I think we ought to just not have a show in deference to that. We'll do it that Saturday night so we can at least have the few viewers we do.
I'd say sure, but we're YouTube, so it really doesn't matter. Who watches our show live anyway? I'm in it. I don't even watch it live.
Point. Moving on.
Speaking of shows John loves, Daredevil will be out on April 10th. Incidentally, my sister's birthday. The beauty of that being that means you can watch the entire show in one day if you are so inclined. Or if you're so cool, you can watch the entire show in one day if you are so inclined.
Or you cannot watch the show at all if you are so inclined.
Did you miss what I just said? My
I was
God,
too
John.
busy vomiting.
Well, John, let me tell you something that will make you happy. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has announced a new cast member. Playing the part of Robert Gonzalez, who I think is a character made just for the show, is Edward James Olmos.
Wow. Bringing him back. I hope Edward James almost plays more of a character like he did in American Me. Like we get to see him like shiv somebody in the butthole with a thing of barbed razor wire.
Okay, I think Blade Runner when I think Edward James Olmos myself personally. John?
Yeah.
It's time to recover.
Edward. You know what? Let's just bring Lou Diamond Phillips back. We need more 3 names in there.
Okay, this is where think about whole cast of people have to point out. Edward James Olmos is probably more famous now than he's ever been in his career because of a little thing called Battlestar Galactica.
I'm aware.
Okay, good. Just apparently, even you guys have completely missed that because not one person has mentioned it yet. I haven't even watched the damn show, and I know that.
Moving on.
Yeah.
on.
CW has announced its renewals for the 2015-2016 season. Unsurprisingly, we're getting another season of Arrow and another season of Flash. Vampire Diaries continues because somewhere out there is a girl who's a geek, even though she's watching shows way too early for us, and it's spin-off the originals. And this one, okay, I'm a huge fan of this show, but really I was hoping this was its last season, and it turns out that won't be the case. We're getting an 11th season of Supernatural.
I really never got into it as many times as people were like, "Oh, you gotta watch it."
Neither did I.
Okay, then I am going to sit you both down and get you on Team Dean.
Right.
You have no idea how great a show it is you're missing, but that being said, here's the thing I love about House. When it came time to end it, it ended. As far as I can tell, the current showrunner for Supernatural, his plans only went to the end of season 10. And now they gave it another season. There is such a thing as overstaying your welcome. I'm worried they're doing just that.
I'm definitely...
I believe that there's another saying called "milk it till the the well goes dry." So
do not involve milking as a verb when it comes to this show. Do you have any idea how bad the fan fiction already is?
Wow. Wow.
God, encourage them.
That escalated quite.
Dude, you really don't know, do you?
No. And I don't think I want to know.
There's probably no show that has more fan fiction than Supernatural. And yes, I am thinking of Star Trek and Star Wars when I say that.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
No, they mean Sherlock.
No.
But,
I know a guy. I actually had to explain to one of my coworkers what the show was because he really thought the fanfic was the show. It's that bad.
Oh God.
Wow.
Moving
on. Speaking of fan fiction, looks like the Judd Apatow script for Simpsons aired
Tonight.
about an hour and a half ago.
Yep.
How do you all feel about that?
I missed it.
I don't know anything about it.
I don't watch The Simpsons anymore.
I have watched The Simpsons regularly since the movie came out.
The last time I watched The Simpsons was the Futurama episode, and I feel that's self-explanatory.
I feel that since it was written in 1989, it's not really going to be as relevant as most Simpsons episodes attempt to be.
I'm pretty sure it's been rewritten. When it comes to screenplays for television and movies, written by is a very abstract term.
I'm just going to wait to see how South Park spoofs it.
Yeah.
Well, let's get out of television, especially television that's been on too long. Supernatural, the new Simpsons. Moving on to video games. Only releases I have to really announce this week because this is that time of year. Atelier Ayesha Plus, I know I'm butchering that, The Alchemist of Dusk, and Brandish, The Dark Revenant. There, that's out of the way. Let's move on to some news. First of all, there's a brand new Nintendo that, and it's a regular Nintendo Entertainment System from the 80s, and it's very, very expensive, but John and I may have to find a way to shell out the cash for it because it's not every day you get an Ecto-1 NES.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
So, yeah, I want one too.
Ray, when someone asks you if you're a gamer, you say, yes!
I look at it this way. I spent $70 to buy the Ecto-1 Lego, and I do not regret it.
This one I want to say 500, I could be wrong.
Something like that.
500, 300, somewhere in there. It looks beautiful. Oh God, where are we? Oh yeah, for those looking forward to the Kingdom Hearts 3, we still don't have a date for you.
And good on that. Let's just keep that away for a while.
Sounds good. Moving on.
Yeah, well, yeah. And finally, Something else we don't have a date for, but is confirmed is in development. Jay, aren't you proud you found this one? There's a Friday the 13th video game being made.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
Gonna be
Okay,
a very depth one.
I'm not excited unless you get to be Jason.
Well, yeah, you get to be
Oh.
either Predator
What?
or
You don't want a
Predator.
remake
You
of
don't
that
have
classic
to be Jason.
Nintendo game?
Hang on.
There was an original
I
game.
will,
There was a Nintendo game, yeah.
I remember it.
And it was awful.
Oh, God, that.
Well, it wasn't as bad as the Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry. That one
I
was...
will only play if I can be the 18-year-old girl that trips and breaks her ankle and then gets stabbed through the face.
Yes,
Now, wait a minute. She doesn't break her ankle.
You guys can
She
reenact
just...
that together as you play co-op.
Ooh, what if it's an RPG game, very similar to like the South Park one, except instead of the different classes, you get the different stereotypes, and you have to pick one?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
dude. I
Does
can call
that
him
mean
black
it-
guy.
No, I call black guy. I'm gonna call Virgin, and then I know I'm getting away.
I get to call Fat Stoner. I'd so call Fat Stoner.
I'll be right back.
Actually,
There's a part of me that wants to play the Virgin that lives.
What part of me?
Because that's the closest thing I'm going to get to being someone who can survive a Friday the 13th movie.
I kind of wonder, though, if it's, somewhat of an RPG element, can you level up your Jasons through the different ones till you get to Jason X?
Look, let's just all agree that the greatest video game franchise based off a movie is the Evil Dead series.
Actually, the Ghostbuster games were pretty good.
That's not horror.
You didn't say horror, you said made based on a movie.
I meant video games based off of a horror movie series. Sorry.
But then I gotta go with Alien Isolation.
Yep.
Video game
Judge that.
series based off of a horror movie series. I did say video game series earlier.
Alien?
Which then goes to Evil Dead. That is the most consistently good one.
I still gotta go with Aliens on that one.
Yeah.
Aliens is the history of disappointing everybody. What are you talking about?
Oh,
It's
it's
shit.
a miss. Kind of like Evil Dead.
I mean,
Wasn't necessarily that good.
Moving on. We're gonna argue this forever.
Well,
Yep.
we're gonna go to comic book suggestions now. We're on the comic book part of us. I forgot to do this earlier because I am not professional, but this is very important that I do this while I am doing this. Let's see. Our suggestions for this week: The Walking Dead number 136 because The Walking Dead. Avengers 34.2 and number 40. One's a character piece. The other one is bringing us that much closer to Secret Wars. Let's see. Star Wars number 1. This is the Marvel series, which they pulled all the stops to make awesome. Silver Surfer number 8 because good God, that book is good. I mean, unbelievably, insanely good. There it is. Astro City number 19 because I continue to be the only person on the show who knows what that series is, and I'm very disappointed, John. Jupiter's Legacy number 5 by Mark Miller and Frank Quietly, which is an unbelievable good series that basically revolves around the idea of the new generation of superpowered beings that come from the loins of superheroes being, well, pricks that take over the world. And Lazarus number 14 by Greg Rucka, comics patron saint of women's rights. A little something I'm going to add in here is not news. We now have what I'm going to call the awesome comic book moment of the week, which comes from Amazing Spider-Man number 12. If you've been reading this series, which is currently going through the Spider-Verse storyline, in which every version of Spider-Man teams up, and every time I think I know what that means, they surprise me again. The end of issue 11, their safe zone was compromised, and the people that was killing Spider-Man have invaded. Start of issue 12, they call up the original Spider-Man that we know and love, and that Spider-Man informs that he's coming in with reinforcements. And among them, oh, John, you're going to love this.
Am I?
Yes. He brought in the 1970s live-action Japanese
Oh God!
Spider-Man.
Praise man!
And yes, he brought the giant robot. I have to read this line here. It's on the bottom of this page because it is awesome from the Japanese TV Spider-Man. I am the emissary of hell, and I shall fight this great evil for the fates of all spiders. We love 1970s live-action Japanese Spider-Man. That moment out of the way. I had to geek on that because fucking Spider-Man with a giant robot. Official canon. In comic book news, Marvel has announced that in issue number 250 of his respective series, we will get the death of Deadpool.
Yep.
But Deadpool,
If anyone knows anything about Deadpool, they know they should really not take that too seriously.
Yeah.
Nope.
And even the writers themselves have said that their entire run has been leading up to this, and they hope people will consider this an acceptable end to their Deadpool, which speaks volumes.
Anybody who's a fan has read, we all know when the whole, lifting of the Thanos curse happens and everything, but that's like so far beyond right now. I don't even understand how they're gonna. I don't understand how they're doing this. I think it's bull poo.
I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be taken seriously because it's Deadpool, Marvel's more or less official satire comic, or should I say spoof comic. My guess, if it was me, my storyline would probably be that his marriage isn't going as well as he expected, and so he's faking his death to get out of it. But
That's
Probably.
not a bad idea at all, actually.
it's very Deadpool, that's for sure.
I've just had a realization. Deadpool is Marvel's answer to Freakazoid.
You just now figured that out?
Sorry, lightning just struck my brain. That must hurts me. Moving on.
It's sad it took you this long. You had over 20 years to figure that one out. But anyway, I'm getting that figure a lot this time, John. Are you trying to tell me something I need to read between the lines?
Something in my eye. Oh, what is it?
I don't know. I just see a big blue dude. Anyway, as I pointed out last week, Dark Horse has officially their contract expired. They no longer have the rights to do Star Wars comics. Marvel, not being complete dicks, have already put those comics that were made by Dark Horse that they now have the rights to, and have put them up on their page for Comixology. You can't get the whole thing for $300 anymore, but you can still get it if you are so inclined.
Good call, Rabbit. Thank you.
Speaking of Dark Horse, since they no longer have Star Wars, they decided to go for another war franchise they'll be doing. To be more specific, World of Warcraft.
Oh, God, really?
Craft. Yep. They're doing comics based on the mythology made by the way too popular MMORPG, which has robbed the lives of so many and should be made illegal by Congress and start a whole new Just Say No campaign any second now.
I'm with Rabbit on this one.
Well, you're supposed to fall on your sword, not shoot yourself in the mouth. But enough about your
Painful.
masturbatory habits. Also going digital, Spawn!
Yay.
Does anybody give a shit about Todd McFarlane anymore?
Not
No.
Not really?
Not since the Spawn movie.
Yeah.
Fuck over Neil Gaiman personally, but
Not since the Spawn movie.
at least the animated series was good.
Yeah. And the Spawn movie
Yeah.
did give us John Leguizamo, which actually made me like John Leguizamo even more.
Oh, John Leguizamo. I wonder if his show is on DVD.
Which one? House of Buggin'?
No, this the variety show he had.
Yeah, House
I think
of
it was
Buggin'.
called the John Leguizamo show.
Yeah, it was called House of Buggin'. I remember it.
Ooh, need to get that. Okay, we got that out of the way, which means it's time for our least favorite segment. Time for the obituaries. Thank you, Harley Quinn.
You're welcome, Mr. J.
Extra Geek points to Pixie for getting the reference. First up, comedian and actor Taylor Negron, has lost his battle with cancer at the age of 57.
Mm.
I hate it when people who have a career spent making people laugh are no longer of this world. Slightly Grateful is no longer one of my childhood heroes, but that's neither here nor there. Speaking of classics, of La Dolce Vita, Anita Ekberg has passed away at the age of 83. Personally, I'm a little surprised anybody who was in that movie was still alive, but I'm glad she lived a nice full life. As did actor Rod Taylor, just a year older, 84, who you may remember either from The Birds or having one of the manliest names in cinema history. This affects me a little personally because The Birds really is one of my all-time favorite horror movies, and one of the very first movies I ever saw that actually genuinely disturbed me. So, also, he was the one that wasn't being sexually harassed by Alfred Hitchcock, as far as we know.
Moving on.
Moving on. Let's put our hats back on. Shit, I'm done being somber. It's time to get something that makes us happy, something that makes us good and excited, something that gives us science!
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 Do. She blinded me with Quaker Oats.
No.
First of all, as part of the Hubble Telescope's 25th anniversary, they decided to take a brand new picture of that wonderful bit of space we know as the Pillars of Creation. Now you can look at them in HD, and it is beautiful. Please tell me I'm not the only one who saw that picture.
I need to go see it. I haven't looked at it yet.
The detail is stunning. We need to go to space. We need to get a closer look at these things.
Space.
And in the world's continuing effort to be more of a movie, we have something disturbingly similar to Unobtainium, the worst named thing ever in movie history, and believe me, that's saying something.
Genius. Bonnie
We have found that there is a metal which is said to be in its rarity second only to gold, and even then possibly more rare than that, from the legends of the lost city of Atlantis. So it actually is just something that probably shouldn't even exist. Except it does, as 39 blocks of orichalcum, I am pretty sure I just butchered that, were found in a shipwreck near Sicily.
Kind of creepy that it's there.
It's always a little creepy when you find out a myth is not necessarily a myth. After all, the only other thing that comes to mind where we thought something was a myth and it turned out it wasn't were giant squids.
Steal a can.
Which, it turns out, not only do we know they exist, but they're actually far more frightening than we initially believed.
Mm-hmm.
The big ones. And now we move on to our final category for the evening, miscellaneous.
I got a better one. Science, come on.
Okay, what have you got? What have you got, Rabbit? What's your science? Science us! Science us!
To Elon Musk, in his name, we humbly submit that he is far better genius than us.
It disturbs me you're wearing a robe as you say that, but continue.
So, they recently launched a Falcon 9 rocket to send some supplies up to the International Space Station. And they also tried something entirely new to try to save money. They went ahead and attempted to land the first stage of the rocket on a floating platform. It had a hydraulic failure and smacked into it in fire.
Oh.
But they tried, and they'll be trying again.
Okay, when I keep saying we want to take science fiction and make it reality, I'm not saying let's take Gravity and make it a reality.
Really?
But hey, good on you, Elon Musk.
Yeah, no. Moving on.
Now moving on to miscellaneous. Let's see, Big Finish revealed on their Facebook page that this month they'll be releasing a new series. Big Finish, for those of you, is the company that handles the audio dramas, both digitally as MP3s as well as actual CDs. mostly well known for doing Doctor Who. They also have rights to several other properties like the old 70s series The Survivors, the Avengers, that's the ones with Steel and Peel, not the one with Captain America and Thor, and several other old, and Blake 7. Blake 7's another one. And apparently they got their hands on another rights, and they'll have their first release later on this month. And this is one of the personal favorites of John, I know, The Prisoner.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah. That article. That was good.
Yep.
Why does Jay sound really stoned all of a sudden? Minecraft coma! Minecraft coma!
Considering how the audio's been coming in on my end, I'm not sure if we should give him the, what's the award we usually give again? The Max Headroom Award.
The Max Headroom Award.
Yeah, it's either, I don't know if we should give him the Max Headroom Award or the Fast Food Drive-In Award. It sounds a bit like both.
Thank you for coming to Fantastic Burger. Thank you very much.
Y'all have a double cheeseburger, no pickle?
Whopper, no onion.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Oh, God.
My name's Wilford Brimley, and I'd like to take your order.
First, you must take the potatoes and put them into the oil. Then you have my permission to fry.
Wow, Bane, you went to Bane.
You just now noticed
that. I work at Burger King, make a flavor Whoppers. I would paper hats. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Ding by the done, ding by the done. Where is the bell? Can't hit a bell.
Speaking of music, Sony has just released the brand new Sony Walkman. $1,200, but God, does it look beautiful. Because Star-Lord just isn't futuristic enough.
Okay, good night.
And speaking of fries, Stephen Fry has announced that he is engaged to his partner, Elliot Spencer.
Oh, God, yeah. I read that story.
Yeah. Hey, I support Stephen Fry in all he does because he is awesome.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I'm still debating who was the better Mycroft Holmes, him or Mark Gatiss in Sherlock. Either way, a gay guy played him.
No, I gotta go Stephen Fry's the better Mycroft.
Because of the nude scene, right?
No, but that does help.
Oh,
Jenkins, where are you going?
There's only one thing they can do. They got to do some kind of weird short film where the two of them get together and try to out-Mycroft each other.
No, see, I have to say Stephen Fry wins just because his ability to play opposite Hugh Laurie.
Yes.
But Hugh Laurie's not in Sherlock Holmes.
No, but Fry still wins just on that audacity alone.
I don't know. I still like Mark Gatiss just for his ability to almost make out with the Fifth Doctor.
Okay. Moving on.
Speaking of famous British people and marriage, the recently engaged Benedict Cumberbatch has revealed that his fiancée, Sophie Hunter, is with a little Sherlock in the oven, thereby creating even more reasons for Cumberbatches to weep and or commit suicide.
Oh, God. Oh, that birthing video is going to be called I Don't Shave for Sherlock.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Please, I hope to God, Benedict Cumberbatch, I know you'll never watch this, but if you do, once the baby's born, put a little mustache on it and say you've had a Watson, and have Martin Freeman there and get a really angry picture.
You know, I was just thinking it'd be funny if that baby comes out with a Watson stash and the video shows him chasing Martin Freeman down the hospital corridor.
And these are the thoughts that kept me out of the good schools.
This and Professor Xavier is why we can't have nice things. Sorry, I spent the entire week listening to Rachel and Miles explain the X-Men podcast. I have now become addicted to that. Greatest description of the X-Men ever is where continuity goes to die. Anyway, a brewer by the name of Narragansett, I am pretty sure I'm butchering that, has released a new line of beers based off of H.P. Lovecraft.
Rabbit, we must drink all these beers.
I will drink Cthulhu beer. I'm not scared.
Rabbit,
it won't make me go.
We must drink all these beers.
I can just see it right now. Me going, oh God, oh, horrible, horrible. What, is it bad? It's an old one.
Oh.
Well, that's got to be an IPA.
That's the quality of humor that keeps the viewers coming back.
I thought it was my epic mustache.
What must? God, I'm not baby face, man. I'm sorry, John. I can't provide the facial hair for the show anymore. It's up to you, Rabbit and Pixie.
Pixie's too involved in Minecraft. She has no idea what's going on.
No, I'm telling Jay how to fix something he messed up.
My point remains valid.
The important thing is she does not realize that this entire episode was nothing but, oral sex jokes about her.
I know that's why. So you should feel awful about yourself, Evan.
It's not this Jay's fault. He doesn't know how to make a sticky piston.
Look, in case you missed it, Pixie, I was with a girl who used to be a man, so I clearly don't have a lot of shame.
No.
I love the fact I don't have to make the joke anymore. It makes itself now.
Anyway, our final story, and this is just a bit of fun that is entertaining on many levels. Maggie Grace, the actress from the Taken trilogy, was recently on an episode of what is that redhead's name? Conan, something Conan. You're just leaving me hanging from hell, aren't you? Conan O'Brien. She was on Conan O'Brien's show, where she released the actual audio of a prank that she had Liam Neeson play on her ex-boyfriend, in which she took his Taken character and basically threatened him on his voicemail. And it's glorious. Liam Neeson, I know you'll never see this, but if any of us ever have a problem with an ex, do you mind maybe repeating that prank for us?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he can call your ex.
No.
No, I still get to call Pixie's ex as Wilford Brimley and make sexual advances.
Oh, please do. That'd be hilarious.
Please do it as Wilford Brimley making the Taken threats.
You don't know me. My name's Wilford Brimley. I have a very particular set of skills. I can make Quaker oats. I can fornicate with them with my diabetes flaccid penis.
Yeah.
I can wave it at traffic afterwards. And I can find you. So run while you can. Because me and little Wilford are coming for you.
Thanks, Joe.
And we're going to play Find the Genitals.
Say them, John. I don't know if you want to do that.
Why, did he come out?
I don't know. But he might. He might like that too much.
Well, if he does come out, make sure you let him know that Stephen Fry is taken.
Don't worry. We have special things planned for him. I'm going to cover my genitals in piping hot Quaker oats. And I'm going to bring over George R.R. Martin. We'll cover his genitals in piping hot nacho cheese. And we'll play Find the Penis.
Oh, God.
Oh, for all of time.
Oh, God.
You better get through that nacho cheese faster. Every second another Stark dies.
And that's how Iron Man comics stopped getting published. This has been another episode of High Class Geek News. I'd like to personally thank Wilford Brimley for coming along to threaten Pixie's ex.
Sometimes I get angry and strike my wife. My wife's been dead for 10 years. Who the heck have I been hitting?
With me today has been Rabbit, Scourge to Monty Python members everywhere.
That I mean.
Also, our favorite married geek couple, that is Pixie and Jay. Thank you for coming again.
Hello.
Thank you. Next time, no Xbox.
Hey.
And John Wilford Brimley, Middle Flaccid Penis. And I, of course, neighborhood geekazoid Evan Ransom. You can catch past episodes on our YouTube channel or on highclassgeek.com.
Honey, where are my pants?
We are here every Sunday night at 9 o'clock, where you can get your usual case of a variety of very adult, mature, sophisticated, and intelligent jokes somewhere else. Because we're the people that instantly start laughing whenever someone says Uranus.
Okay, set up.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
Cha-cha-cha. Diarrhea. Cha-cha-cha. Which is really hard with piping hot Quaker oats.
Thank you for coming tonight. This episode has been brought to you by Diabetes.
Diabetes.